my biggest supporter, this guy. Right? High five. Hell yeah.
I got cystic fibrosis. See, I've got cystic fibrosis.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another week of Staying Salty. I think Ralphie has decided he is going to do this video with me. Right, Ralph? Alright. This week's topic, as you guys probably already know, is support and CF. Very important topic. I didn't used to think it was that important, but it is. So, I don't want to just repeat and reiterate what Ashley and Miranda and Chad has already said to you guys. So I'm going to try to kind of support what they've said by sharing my experiences with you guys and why I think support is so important. Alright, so let's get started. So, as you guys probably already know, you probably get called all the time the strongest person your friend or your family knows. Oh, you're so strong, I know how you do what you do. Very true. We are some strong people as CFers. But then you can only imagine what we have to go through in order to get to where we need support very badly and how bad that probably really is. So with me especially, you know, when I was sick in college, I was always a very confident guy, very, I wouldn't say like in denial of having CF, but like I never had to really acknowledge it or worry about it. And college was a wake-up call. You know, I got really sick, as you guys probably have heard my story, but that really showed me how important support is in my life. My family's always been there supporting me no matter what it is I do in my life. My mom has always made me use my treatments. My grandparents have always been just one call away to talk about whatever drama's going on, whether it be girl problems or health problems or you know, job problems now that I'm older, whatever it may be. So I literally have this roster of people now that I call whenever I am feeling down or if I have a decision I need help with making, things like that. And when our health comes into play with CF, you know, that's some of the biggest and most important decisions that we're going to make. And having CF, especially more severe CF when you get older, it really kind of helps a lot to have that support and have those people that are going to back you up and know what you're going through, and you can vent to these people, because you know, not a lot of people understand what we go through, and even the people that we vent to don't understand 100% what we go through, but they're at least there to help try. So as you guys know, my first time like really seeing all the support was when I was sick all the time in the hospital. My family would call me every day, ask how I was feeling, and we would just talk. I mean, it didn't even have to be about what happened that day or the doctor said this or doctor said that. It's just, hey, you know, how are you doing? What do you want to talk about? Just kind of keep my mind off stuff, and just kind of always let me know, you know, things are going to get better. I'm a strong person, you know, I've been through a lot, blah, blah, blah. And you guys know, like, some people come from broken families or they don't have a lot of, like, really good friends and stuff. And you don't have to have close friends or, like, a really close, tight, like, knit family to have a support system with CF. If you guys have been in the hospital at all, I'm sure you probably know the nurses are amazing. They make most of my support system. I was going there all the time. I became friends with the nurses right away. Everyone's just so nice, and like, I don't know, I can't speak enough about them, but you know, my ex-girlfriend Jenny, she's a respiratory therapist, and when I was at my lowest, you know, I never thought I was that bad until I was in a medically induced coma, and it was Thanksgiving morning, and I remember Jenny was my respiratory therapist that day, and she came in my room that morning and said, you know, do you want to try to get off the ventilator? And as you guys know, or might not know, but a CFer on a ventilator, when your body's really weak, and, you know, not getting a lung transplant, but when you're using your bad lungs, it's not very often that you come out of that and you're able to get through that and get stronger. Anyway, you know, Jenny was there and she said, hey, you know, it's Jenny, and I recognized her voice. We weren't dating or anything at the time, but I recognized her voice, and I couldn't really see her. I could hear her. I was writing on a clipboard at the time. I couldn't talk. I had the tube down my throat. And she said, hey, do you want to get that ventilator out or get that tube out? And I said, yeah, you know, let's try to do it. So I did this test with her, whatever it was, the test to get it out. But anyway, I just feel her excitement when I passed. You know, she was holding my hand throughout the whole thing, And I think, if I recall right, it's like 4 or 5 years ago, but I think she was jumping up and down, stuff like that. And I just feel her excitement. And it just really made me feel like I had support and encouragement. And to be honest, guys, the worst day of my life was that day or the day after, to where I was on the BiPAP for the rest of the day, and I was trying to get my lungs stronger and forcing them to expand. That's what the BiPAP does. They expand and breathe for you, basically. But that's one of the hardest days. It's either you pass or you fail, and a lot of patients will fail and go back on the ventilator, and that's not a good sign if you go back on the ventilator. And there's one guy, his name is Troy, he's a respiratory therapist as well, and Troy came in every half hour into my room and said, "Hey man, how are you doing? I know this is hard, you're gonna make it through." And this is kind of what I talk about when I go speak at different events, but that day, I think I would have died if it wasn't for Troy. And reason being is I just recall at least 2 or 3 times, I'm sure there's way more, that I just wanted to give up. I just wanted to say, put me back on the ventilator. It was very hard. Your lungs just felt like they were just in constant pain. You didn't want to fight anymore. It felt like even though your lungs were expanding and this thing was breathing for you, it still felt like you weren't getting enough air. Your body felt weak. I'd been in the ICU bed for 15 days at that point. It was just awful. And, that one guy, I didn't even know who he was. His name is Troy. He's a respiratory therapist. Didn't know anything about him. But he came to my room every half hour and just encouraged me to keep pushing. And I'm going to get out of it, and it's going to get better, all this stuff. And it was amazing. To this day, I would thank him a million times over. And so what I'm trying to say to you guys is, it's not always your family. It's not always your friends. The nurses and the respiratory therapists and all of them, they're there. They're your support system as well. And like Miranda said, the person that matters the most in your whole support system is you. When everyone walks away, when everyone goes home at night, when everyone's not picking up their phones, there's no one there but you. And you have to remember what you've been through. You have to remember how strong you are and how bad you want these experiences in life, whether that be a family or a job or to hang out with your dog all day or whatever it may be. But it's you at the end of the day. As long as you believe in yourself and have confidence, you're going to be okay. But, we all get broken down at some point, and that's when the support system really comes in handy and really can bring you out of some of the most dramatic and terrible experiences. And that's what I've seen. As you guys might be able to guess, I'm still having issues with this myself because I don't like to tell people I have CF, right? In my world of CF, in my health, I like to keep certain people close to me that knows everything, and the rest just knows me as a person, or I try to make it that way. So I'm still not the best at bringing in tons of friends to support me and on all that. But luckily I do have my family. My family's and I, like I said, has been always very close. I have a handful of friends that I call on the regular. They know all about my CF and what I've been through. And of course, like I said, the nurses, the doctors, it's so important that you get a good team. The nurses are always great, and that you have that whole support system kind of come together. And the biggest one of all that I haven't mentioned yet in this video is you guys. If you guys aren't already, join Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. I'm really big on Instagram. Facebook, I try not to put too much CF stuff on Facebook, but there's groups out there on Facebook. Instagram, you search hashtag cystic fibrosis. You're going to meet so many CFers that share their stories and their experiences through pictures and captions and all these descriptions and whatnot. And everyone is so uplifting. It's so funny because you only see what people want you to see. Like, no one knows all about me. You guys see what I record. Or Instagram, you guys only see what I post a picture of and what I'm willing to put in the description. But yet, I can put the smallest thing that someone might think I'm having a bad day, and immediately in the comments they're saying, "Oh my God, I hope you have a better day. I hope things get better for you. Stay strong. You can get through this." All this stuff that the people have never even met me before, guys. These people are across the world. Some are in Europe, some are in America, whatever. But point being is we're all here for each other. And if your support system is lacking in some areas, such as maybe your family or your friends, don't worry. You have tons of people that are willing to reach out to you and help you, and we're all in this together. So, to me, its support system is very, very strong, very, very important thing in a CF patient's life. And like I said, I don't want to preach too much. I don't want to reiterate what Chad and all of them have already said. I know it kind of gets repetitive after a while, so I was hoping I could share some experience with you guys, kind of tell you why I think it's so important, especially coming from someone that doesn't like to voice loudly that I have CF to everybody. Even someone like me, I've realized how crucial it is to get support and have that support system. So, hope this video has helped you guys. If you don't have a strong support system now or are discouraged about it, I hope it will inspire you guys to branch out, tell more people, let more people come in closer to you, and obviously I need to work on the same. So, thanks for watching, guys. Have a great rest of the week, and we will see you guys next week. Alright, hashtag stay salty, guys.
See, I've got cystic fibrosis.